Greetings from Anthem Culture headquarters. We're here today for another culture news today, checking out what's going on around the world as far as culture news and information. You know, we stay updated on anthemculture.com, so make sure you continue to check it out. Shout out to everybody that's been logging onto the site lately, browsing through the country pages, the news pages, to staying abreast, pretty much being cultured. So with that, we're about to jump into the site, see what we have new, so let's get to it. Out in Singapore, they're about to have this huge Japanese festival called Esplanade, and it's actually taking place in May, so in a couple months. And it's a huge festival, pretty much showcasing a lot of Japanese culture, from art, food, music. They're gonna have several performers even coming from Japan, and really just showcase the culture, lifestyles, a bunch of free shows, things like that to check out. So make sure you read more about that and stay updated on anthemculture.com. So the MLB's Tampa Bay Rays actually just played the Cuban national team in baseball in a scrimmage, and this is actually a symbolization of pretty much opening relations between the MLB and Cuba, and loosening up the restrictions on allowing Cuban players to enter the MLB. So it's definitely a huge move and a growing continuation of the relationship bondage between the US and Cuba. So we're definitely staying updated on that, and now seeing a lot of just cultural influences coming together. And here we have sports, so make sure you recap that game and even check out that story on anthemculture.com. So those of you who are just out at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, a lot of things were wrapping up. A lot of people got great music fulfillments and a lot of technological fulfillments. There were some great showcases out that way from all industries. And now to wrap things up, there's actually a huge German wine and food tasting festival out that way. It's being hosted by the Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, and they're partnering with one of the largest German wine distributors in Texas, and they're going to showcase over 90 different types of wines, where you could and even hear like the different stories of how the wines come from Germany and everything like that, how it's doing here in America. So make sure you read more about that on anthemculture.com. So a lot of chefs around the world are now being able to stretch their creativity and starting to branch off into other cultural foods other than their own, as far as like what they're actually become famous for cooking. So there's actually a very cool story on anthemculture.com, just pretty much talking about the pros and cons of doing such, and how society views pretty much a chef from another country cooking food of another country and making money off of it, becoming famous for it. And it's actually a good thing, the fact that the food culture begins to spread, and even their sort of influence gets mixed in with the food as well. So definitely an interesting read. So read more about that on anthemculture.com. So out in Palestine, we all know there's a lot going on as far as like trying to get the country stable, and a lot of the citizens there are using various forms of media pretty much just to get out their message and reach other artists. And actually there's a London-based artist from Palestine. She's a poet by the name of Rafeef Ziadah, and she's actually put together numerous poems and various performances, pretty much just talking about different issues going on in Palestine. And actually one of her performances, it went viral. Somebody recorded it from out in London for just such a powerful piece. So you can read more about that on anthemculture.com and even check out her works. So we have more culture news, more stories, more information, more culture overall at Anthem Culture. Culture comes in, and we also put culture out there. So pretty much anything involved with culture, we're involved with it. So make sure you continue to check out anthemculture.com. Tell a friend to subscribe to the newsletter. Tell a friend to subscribe to the videos, so you guys have some cool culture news, the stories to talk about. Continue to hit us up. Let us know where you want some information on. We've been getting a lot of requests from Sri Lanka, Comoros, Andorra, as a couple recent ones. So those are normally ones that don't pop up, so it's definitely cool to see that happening. Shout out to everybody that's still rocking the bands. Got some new merchandise coming out, working on a lot of new designs and collaborating with a lot of different people on some stuff. So stay tuned for that. Man, without further ado, shout out to the culture heads. Appreciate culture.